This is fine. Let's go and reform the Byzantine Empire. Before we start, congratulations to giveaway winner Snowlar Bear. Please contact me via Discord. It was supposed to be 3000 likes to get the second episode of Montferrat into Byzantine into Roman Empire campaign, but to hit 6000 likes, that's far more than I expected. So the goal for today's episode is gonna be form Byzantium, clear the borders, get at least one personal union, because remember, Brandenburg and Castile have our dynasty. We also had an heir on the Austrian throne, but it seems that it got simply an event to replace him with Karl von Habsburg. Unfortunate, I guess we'll have to just kill Austria instead of getting a personal union, and I also want to go and kill France, because if we keep expanding, I'm the major problem in our aggressive expansion. So let's start with taking the admin tech to be up to date and have enough gov capacity, and you have to deal with a couple of rebels, but majority of them can be stopped by simply sitting and doing nothing, because we need to decrease our war exhaustion. We also have some debt situations, so let me just sell titles and seize land to keep it above 10, and we have 1000 ducats to spend, and let me just repay 3.5% loans, and I could even repay all of them, but the question is, do we want to do so? I think that I will just repay this, take additional loan, repay the 1% loan, and I'm gonna take the 1% loans again, because that's gonna be far more money than we had a second ago. This way I have 1.2 thousand that I could spend on improving, for example, trade centers, which should cause increase in our trade income. Let's see, instead of 11.3, this is going to be 12.5, so we have in general 32 of income, which is not much, but it's enough for now. Also, as we have some income, let me just start transferring from Ragusa to Venice instead of collecting Genoa, because I have already automatically collection in Genoa, and that should be additional increase to 12.14 points to perfection. There's no need to take the tech 45% more expensive. This is why I'm just gonna spend my meal points on deving some of the provinces just to not hit the points cap. I'd love to finally take down Zlewikk, but Papal State would help them. I don't really want to fight with Papal State. They are a very good ally and they are giving me a lot of papacy points. So instead of that,
I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move.
I'm just gonna go and ask them to break the alliance with Saluzzo. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna go and attack Saluzzo myself. Take Brandenburg into war. Ruler Ruja just died, which is okay because we had a really good heir, Theodore 654. Just now we need to find a new one because he is a little bit too old. Look, that even though we weakened Ottomans so much, they're still freaking winning with the Mamluks. 72,000 Mamluks, 69,000 Ottomans. And we've got a new Theodore, 615. I think this is not a bad heir. I can cope with him. Let me change our focus to Diplo already, because the next idea group that I want to unlock is gonna be influence. And at the same time, you can see that we are anyway behind in the Diplo points. Do you say something about Austria? What the hell are you doing here? They had a Paraganian succession war and they took the union, and this is what happened. We declare the war on the Ottomans ASAP before they get declared. Let's declare. I can go Poland, Austria and Castile into the war, so that should be just easy peasy, very quick. Conquest of Constantinople, let's go. Why don't we reduce inflation, because we have incredibly high amount of the admin points. Look, English ruler just died, and there's Henry Tudor, but he's 64 years old. So I would say we have like 70% of chances that our dynasty will get to the throne, because this ruler is about to die without an heir. Also, another cool thing, you can see Ottomans are getting to Constantinople, so all I will have to do is to let them go in over here, win a battle, let them start running away, and wipe them in Constantinople. Mr. Ottoman, you cannot just keep winning without a leader, being outnumbered. Like, what is wrong with you? Yes, now they start running away. So what I'll do, I'll go here for a day. Look, who is that? Mr. Ottoman, is that a stack wipe? Yeah, this way we just got rid of one big bunch of the Ottoman army and we can go farther to get more war score. It has to happen. It has to happen. Also just got attacked by this massive coalition. Let me just show you exactly what they are fighting. Oh, no, Austria. You know what? If you had a Pelagius on your throne, I could think about helping you there. But because of that, bye, bye, bye. That's the end of our friendship. Okay, Mr. Ottoman, do we want to do this kind of the peace deal? Maybe I'll take one less province here. And not these 2 provinces. Instead, I'm gonna take the war reparations. So in this peace deal, I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4 trade centers in Constantinople trade routes. I'll be having all of the trade centers over there, which I will add to the trade company. So this way you get additional merchants and tons of additional income. Let me take as much money as possible on top of that. Send this peace deal. I love that borders. And start coring. At least I will not face the max admin boost. Let me decrease the work just once and core everything. How are we standing with the GAF capacity? GAF capacity is really well, so let me add everything to the trade company here. That is indeed additional merchant, which I'm gonna go and just simply send to Constantinople to keep the trade here. I don't have enough power in Ragusa to transfer from Constantinople to Venice. Oh, I also do have additional power in Balkans right now, so there's gonna be another merchant. So I'll be sitting at 4 merchants now, which will help me bring the income even higher. Let me go and send him to Alexandria. Remember, I was not so happy that Castile had Siena. Well, now I'm fairly happy because it's spreading colonialism to us. And it's spreading fairly quick because 4 monthly. Look to what happens to Austria and Burgundy. This is Burgundy now. This is... Oh, beautiful. Let me just break the royal marriage because it's just prestige cost as we have the diplomatic ideas. Yep, Golden Era just ended, but I think we've used it pretty well. Alright, sell the titles, embrace the institution, take the tech, but only one, take the tech here, which is more important, and start filling influence ideas. Starting with income from vassals. Obviously we don't have any vassal right now, but we are getting ready to get some personal unions. Now we need to get ready for the war with France. This is gonna be the toughest war probably in this campaign, even tougher than the wars with Ottomans. I need you, Mr. England, to start preparing for walls, so why don't you do that? And in a very second I'll be able to call Castile, Brandenburg and England to this war. So theoretically we'll be having slightly better numbers. But you know how it is with the slightly better numbers, especially with England. We definitely want to break the alliance with Genoa in this war, so that's what I'm gonna focus on first, as well as getting rid of Milan from Italy. Take morale of armies here, so we are having 3.9, which is only 1 morale less than France. What can go wrong? And let's go and declare the war. Tick, tick, tick. This is gonna be conquest of Toulon. And let's go start with taking down these 2 countries. That didn't took us long. So Genoa, I definitely want to break your both alliances, France and Papal State, and give me your trade power, so we also increase our income around here. Now we can go and focus on France, which, remember, has 80,000 troops by itself. And from what I see, yes, England already has Pelagius on the throne and no heir, so I could theoretically claim the throne, but of course we won't be able to even land here, so in the future. You know what is the issue? I don't see any Castilian troops. I have 56,000, but it seems they're all in the new world, just for like from the memes.
Where the hell are you? I'm almost there.
I'm not gonna risk, and I'm gonna go and hire Grand Company to be sure that we can actually win this war alone without Castilians. And my economy is so good that I'm not having a negative balance, even though I'm so much over my force limit. I have plenty of troops around, right? So what I did, I scorched everything in Lyonnais, and right now, as I started going down, I'm engaging right away just to make sure that I don't know if anyone will be having enough time to go. And reinforce? Why they completely destroyed my fleet? I'll have to rebuild it again. And look, I got here before them, so... Oh, 5 morale. That's gonna be a tough battle for us. Let's just see how it goes, because I was actually thinking about cutting off any reinforcements. Yes, by going to Charolais, and now these guys cannot do anything at all. There it goes. Let me try going on them in Bresse, which is also scorched, by the way, so that should be easy. And reinforce this right away with the cannon stack, so we'll be having enough cannons to fight in this battle. That's fairly easy. And I think I should also scorch Cambieri, so I'll be able to slow them down there as well. So I need to really play it smart, like over here, to get the war score, win the battles, and start pushing them. As I'm having a big merc stack with lots of manpower, I'm just gonna use it to rush forts where there are no French troops. So that's gonna be a free war score, and those, you can see these AIs around here in the south, they have no idea what is happening. They're being outplayed so much, they're just getting confused and they're running around. So this is just a perfect situation for us to gain more war scores. It's already at level 26, but obviously we need more, that's why I'm rushing these few forts. There it goes, there it goes. Whew. All that for a few provinces, and Castile is like so useless. Where are your troops? Why is 26,000 of Aragonese troops staying here doing nothing? Are you disloyal? No. I think that even England is losing on the navy with France. What the hell? Oh, and Commonwealth just formed. This is beautiful. I really would need you the next war with France, but I guess I do it myself. I think we are finally destroying this France. They have no idea what's happening to them. I use this moment of advantage to go rush the mountain fort in Auvergne, because this is gonna be a key fort in this war. And whoa, Spain's having 1k troops in their homeland now. Oh yeah, okay. Let me go with the second stack and take the war goal. That's how it feels, Mr. France, to lose your whole navy in one battle. Good riddance. Yes, that's what I love. Oh, look who finally showed up. Aragon and Castile joined the front line, but not even England, but this is at the point when I carried the war all by myself. So in theory, I could already piece out this France for whatever I want. So I'm just gonna piece them out. You could already see that there's a coalition that could be created after this peace deal, but I'm gonna piece them out in December, so in January, big chunk of this expansion will already go down. So let's just do this, take the war reparations, as much money as they're gonna accept, send this peace deal, and I did this weird borders over here because of one simple reason. Vassals. I can create two big vassals. First of all, Burgundy, that will receive this province, and second of all, Toulouse, that will receive this province. Now this is because Burgundy has cores all over the place here, and Toulouse has cores all over the place here, so we're gonna eat France even quicker in the next war with really minimal amount of, I guess, expansion. Oh, Spain just formed at the very same moment we pieced them out. That is nice. Now just needs to get the personal union. If you thought that I had luck to rulers, look at this air. I have to get rid of this Theodore. Not going too crazy with the peace deal against the Ottomans. I'm just gonna take the one province here and all of this to cut him off from the middle provinces. And this is because, just take a look. I'm gonna release another vassals, that's gonna be Bulgaria, that will receive this one province, as well as Karaman, that will receive this one province. Of course, I cut off myself from these provinces, but I will slowly just go and start annexing them. And this is because Karaman has cores on this, and Bulgaria has cores on this. So, yes, also same with the French. The Ottoman next war is gonna be crazy with the amount of reconquests. At last, fixing the border with Genoa. Take full money on top of that, send this peace deal, and look at these borders. I think they're more or less fixed, right? I'll go and finally cancel this privilege over here in the nobility, so it will decrease my maximum power, but what I'll need far more is this bonus. Not only annexation cost, but most importantly, diplomatic reputation penalty from annexing subjects. I cannot keep it if I want to annex 1, 2, 3, 4 different vassals. Round 2 versus France, England, Brandenburg, Spain. Of course, not conquest, you're gonna go for the reconquest, and let's go for the Franche-Comté, as it's an easy war goal. And I can go take it right away. As I have tons of mill points, I'm just using all of them on breaching the walls on each of the forts that I'm stepping in. So this way we're gonna just blitzkrieg for France before they even know what is happening. By the way, in the meantime, look, there's a small coalition of the southern Germans as well as the Mamluks against us, but I don't think I'm scared with my alliances that anything will happen. And even if it happens, what they can do to me. First war with France was mainly fighting because I was outnumbered. Here the numbers difference is not so big, here you have bigger numbers. Because of that, France is mainly afraid of fighting us, and you can see this is pretty much no losses on both of the sides in this war. And why don't we white peace nations like Ragusa, Scotland, maybe not Scotland, to get even more war score against France, and soon I'll be able to piece them out. I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 provinces from France, tons of development, for just 23 years expansion. This is what I meant when I told you. Just releasing these boys to eat them later and minimize my expansion is gonna be the key for expanding into France. Let me do that, and at the same time I'm gonna also take war reparations. Nah, let's just go and take as much money as they're gonna accept, so nothing. Let's go and piece it out for what we have right now. And I'll right away start annexing Toulouse, because they have no more cores. Burgundy still has plenty of cores on the north, so they can... Oh, just 3 years to annex them, but that's because it's 9 points monthly. So maybe before I annex them, I'll finish my influence ideas, because that's this beautiful rating. Ah, this is the picture that I love looking at. Coalition being dissolved. Of course, not wholly yet, there's plenty... Yes, yes. This is the definition of pleasure in EU4. Our truce with the Ottomans is ending in 1.5 years, so obviously the next step is gonna take all of the cores of Karaman and Bulgaria, and I'm not even sure if it's possible in just one war. We'll see about that. There we go. Finish influence ideas. Actually, this is faster force limit. Let's see, we have 93 force limit. With this idea we have 99, that's some difference. But more importantly, we are getting the province war score cost, construction cost, and the policy for the annexation cost. So now if I want to start annexing Toulouse, it's just gonna be 2 years to fully annex them. Let's go and start doing this. And yes, we can restore the Byzantium Empire. That's gonna give me plenty of perma claims and core Constantinople, as well as the Empire rank. I was actually close to get the Empire rank, but that's gonna be faster. To do it, I only have to go and steal Constantinople. So let me just do that. And oh no. By foreign Byzantium I'm getting core over here, so I just wasted some admin points. This is fine. Let's go and reform the Byzantine Empire. Now as for the ideas, I will actually keep the Montferrat ones, because I like the province wars caucus and the improved relation bonuses that I'm having here, so no, we cannot abandon our roots. Now our color is even more beautiful, the same as Burgundy. It's Byzantine and Italy, and it's probably gonna change my main nodes to Constantinople. And I don't think I want to do that, honestly. I would prefer to keep it in Genoa, but the problem is... Oh no. Yeah. We've lost a lot of provinces in the trade company. Our trade company is gone. At least these provinces. Why don't we switch back our capital to Monteferro? No, it's Monteferro campaign, not Constantinople campaign. This is perfect. But I need to add all of this and this to the trade company again. And yeah, by the way, perma claims all over the place, so anyway I'll play with the course of my vassals. But it's amazing that Ottomans lost so many wars with us. Look, they have no lands. And they still have more troops than in the previous war, 100,000. That's because they finished the ideas and they have quantity ideas. So imagine, with all of these lands, they would be probably having over 250,000 troops. Yeah, and of course, as an empire, we need to be the first great power. The Ottomans are loved by everyone. That's why Commonwealth, Spain, even Pope are gonna help me against them. And that's gonna be reconquest of Philip. I should actually just focus on occupying probably the lands around here, so Poland will not try stealing them from me. Good night, Mr. Tools. I have for this alliance actually bigger plans, but that will be after my Ottoman war. This is it, let's go. Send the peace deal. Bulgaria and Karaman are now released, and I'm gonna start annexing both. This is gonna take 2 years. Whoa! And Karaman is gonna take also less than 2 years. Isn't this beautiful, guys? The amount of the modifiers that we stacked. And yeah, not stopping, because for France we need another reconquest, right? For the next one. I'm not gonna just conquer the provinces. Gascony is pretty much the biggest vassal we can have over there. The only minus is I'm gonna lose these 2 provinces, but I think it's worth to sacrifice just 20 few development for this level of the course to reconquer from France. Oh yeah, I forgot we have the new mission tree! Yes, recover Greece, that's aggressive expansion impact for 15 years, so I wouldn't rush it yet. Yeah, I won't rush it yet, because this aggressive expansion impact might be still of use. Let's see what kind of the air... yeah, that's now... Oof. Yeah, Zlewikk, you're so lucky today with this airs. Let's go and find a better one. As we still have 4 years of truce with France, I'll actually go and start reconquering some cores of Byzantium, but not in France, but in the Netherlands. And this is because we have a very weak. William Emperor, that's freaking NASA with no important alliances. So let me go and start maybe with Brabant, because they have majority of the cores of Burgundy, and I can call England, Commonwealth, and Brandenburg into this war, why not? With Karaman and Bulgaria annexed. These borders are getting more and more beautiful, we'll be fixing them. And we should be, yes, over 1.1 thousand of the great parts already, and we are just getting started. Now imagine how much I guess expansion it would be to take all of these provinces normally. But as I'm reconquering them for my vassal Burgundy, he's just 21, so we have absolutely no problems in Vaca's expansion. Finally, the first ability over here, Province Wars Corgos, and this is pretty much all I need from this age. Another round versus France. England, Brandenburg and Spain gonna help us, and that's gonna be again reconquest. Let's do reconquest of Armagnac that is just next to our border here. It looks like France, yeah, the amount of the potential, the military potential keeps dropping. You know, playing on 3 full siege stacks because each of them have 10,000 of artillery is just making this war so quick. We started it in this year, it's June. We already occupied so many provinces. Still 1549, and we're pretty much ready to piece them out. Reconquest of all of the Gascony provinces except Labour, because of course Spain occupied it, is 14 as expansion. The worst part is, look, these two are occupied by England and these two by Spain. Why would you occupy this? Like, especially England, they can't even cover this province, and they are still occupying it, so I cannot take it for myself to fix the actual borders. Let's not prolong it too much. All of these cores, Troyes, Freiburg, and these two provinces are going to be taken in this war. Thank you so much. Now a couple of stuff. First of all, these two go to myself, so I can start coring them. Then second of all, yes, more vassals. You got it right. Let me use Switzerland, and let me use Champagne. Of course, we are still over our limit of the relations, but it's gonna be super worth it. Just take a look at this. Troyes has cores all over the place, and Switzerland obviously also has cores all over the place. So this way we're gonna go for reconquest in the next French war, which is gonna happen not in 15 years, just a little bit less, in 12 years. And I think as I've saved a lot of money, let's start investing that into some monuments, and I'll start with a great project in Firenze, which will give me monthly spender and advisor cost. Still have 3 years of truce with Viotons. I don't have time to wait for that, especially I don't have admin mana because I'm at the cap of it. This is why I'm gonna go already after the Mamluks to start conquering them for ourselves. I could release Syria here, honestly. We'll see about that, because I need to start calling something by myself with my admin mana. Not through the vassals. We'll see about that. Anyway, first before I attack them, I need to start annexing Gascony. As we have 60 years till Age of Absolutes, I already started cancelling some of the privileges to slowly work on getting higher max absolutes, and I also working on increasing the crown land with the same goal. Remember that Mamluks are actually having 100,000 troops, so that's not gonna be an easy war, but... And this is why I'm just gonna fully focus with all of my stacks on fighting this certain battles, like for example this one. With the right stacks we have full back row of the cannons and we are just destroying them. They also just got baited to attack me here. Oh, they wiped one of my troops!
Oh no! Anyway...
But look what is happening to their armies at the same time. And you need to go straight to Dimashq after this war, because it's gonna, yeah, of course, be taken down. But what I can do, I can wipe these troops here and go south with the rest to re-siege Dimashq. And there's another big battle over here, because I, of course, just started going there without looking if somebody's staying, but it's fine, just do this. Thank you so much. Why don't we kill this heavily overstacked cannon stack by going to that war with 2 stacks, and first stack will block any reinforcements by standing in Suvaida. With so many promise force modifiers, I can take huge peace deals, but I think I'm just gonna stop at something like this. That's 117 overextension and 540 admin mana to spend. So that's something that I needed right now with our amount of admin mana. Let's also right away add all of these beauties to a trade company, so we should get this way our 5th merchant. This 5th merchant will be used in, obviously, Aleppo to transfer trade power to Constantinople. Right now it's not gonna increase our income much because of our overextension, but that should be a slight difference to make it 130 or something instead of 125. There we go. Remember, Once we core these provinces, that's gonna be more like 140. Oh, Mr. Gascony finally annexed. Look at these borders. This seems like a border gore on the first sight, but if you look closer, you see that we are going straight for the Roman Empire as promised. Told you, I want to completely fix the borders with the Ottomans. That's why I'm gonna take 200 overextension, one peace deal. That's gonna hurt us as hell. Let's do this. Let's decrease the war exhaustion and start coring all of these provinces. But look at the borders now. Aren't they beautiful? And at the same time, you're almost having 1,800 development. So we are on a very good way to continue achieving our goal of forming Roman Empire in the next episode. But before that, let me just go take this mission, go and take this mission, so we have more claims, mainly on the Balkans. And if you guys would like me to continue this campaign with the first video, where we will start expanding more into France, Italy, and ideally we should get our personal union with Spain, remember to leave a like on this video. So if we hit 4,000 of them, next episode is gonna be here very soon. And for today, thank you so much for watching. Bye!